أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ياسين والقرآن الحكيم إنك لمن المرسلين على صراط مستقيم تنزيل العزيز الرحيم لتنذر قوما ما أنذر آباؤهم فهم غافلون لقد حق القول على أكثرهم فهم لا يؤمنون إنا جعلنا في أعناقهم أغلالا فهي إلى الأذقان فهم مقمحون وجعلنا من بين أيديهم سدا ومن خلفهم سدا فأغشيناهم فهم لا يبصرون وسواء عليهم أنذرتهم أم لم تنذرهم لا يؤمنون إنما تنذر من اتبع الذكر وخشي الرحمن بالغيب فبشره بمغفرة وأجر كريم. إنا نحن نحيي الموتى ونكتب ما قدموا وآثارهم وكل شيء أحصيناه في إمام مبين. وضرب لهم مثلا أصحاب القرية إذ جاء المرسلون إذا أرسلنا إليهم اثنين فكذبوهما فأززنا بثالث فقالوا إنا إليكم مرسلون. قالوا ما أنتم إلا بشر مثلنا وما أنزل الرحمن من شيء إن أنتم إلا تكذبون. قالوا ربنا يعلم إنا إليكم لمرسلون وما علينا إلا البلاغ المبين. قالوا إنا تطيرنا بكم لئن لم تنتهوا لنرجمنكم وليمسنكم منا عذاب أليم. قالوا طائركم معكم أئن ذكرتم بل أنتم قوم مسرفون. وجاء من أقصى المدينة رجل يسعى قال يا قوم اتبعوا المرسلين اتبعوا من لا يسألكم أجرا وهم مهتدون. وما لي لا أعبد الذي فطرني وإليه ترجعون. أتخذ من دونه آلهة إن يردنا الرحمن بضر لا تغني عني شفاعتهم شيئا ولا ينقذون. إني إذا لفي ضلال مبين. إني آمنت بربكم فاسمعون. قيل ادخل الجنة قال يا ليت قومي يعلمون بما غفر لي ربي وجعلني من المكرمين. وما أنزلنا على قومه من بعده من جند من السماء وما كنا منزلين. إن كانت إلا صيحة واحدة فإذا هم خامدون. يا حسرة على العباد ما يأتيهم من رسول إلا كانوا به يستهزئون. ألم يروا كما أهلكنا قبلهم من القرون أنهم إليهم لا يرجعون. وإن كل لما جميع لدينا مهدرون. وآية لهم الأرض الميتة أحييناها وأخرجنا منها هبا فمنه يأكلون. وجعلنا فيها جنات من نخيل وأعناب وفجرنا فيها من العيون ليأكلوا من ثمره وما عملت أيديهم أفلا يشكرون. سبحان الذي خلق الأزواج كلها مما تنبت الأرض ومن أنفسهم ومما لا يعلمون. وآية لهم الليل نسلخ منه النهار فإذا هم مظلمون. والشمس تجري لمستقر لها ذلك تقدير العزيز العليم. ولقمر قدرناه منازل حتى عاد كالأرجون القديم. لا الشمس ينبغي لها أن تدرك القمر ولا الليل سابق النهار وكل في فلك يسبحون. وآية لهم أنا حملنا ذريتهم في الفلك المشحون وخلقنا لهم من مثله ما يركبون. وإن نشأ نغرقهم فلا صريخ لهم ولا هم ينقذون إلا رحمة منا ومتاعا إلى حين وإذا قيل لهم اتقوا ما بين أيديكم وما خلفكم لعلكم ترحمون وما تأتيهم من آية من آيات ربهم إلا كانوا عنها معرضين وإذا قيل لهم أنفقوا مما رزقكم الله قال الذين كفروا للذين آمنوا أنطعم من لو يشاء الله أطعمه إن أنتم إلا في ضلال مبين ويقولون متى هذا الوعد إن كنتم صادقين ما ينظرون إلا صيحة واحدة تأخذهم وهم يخصمون فلا يستطيعون توصية ولا إلى أهلهم يرجعون ونفخ في السور فإذا هم من الأجداث إلى ربهم ينسلون قالوا يا ويلنا من بعثنا من مرقدنا هذا ما وعد الرحمن وصدق المرسلون إن كانت إلا صيحة واحدة فإذا هم جميع لدينا مهدرون فاليوم لا تظلم نفس شيئا ولا تجزون إلا ما كنتم تعملون إن أصحاب الجنة اليوم في شغل فاكهون هم وأزواجهم في ظلال على الأرائك متكئون لهم فيها فاكهة ولهم ما يدعون سلام قولا من رب رحيم وامتازوا اليوم أيها المجرمون ألم أعهد إليكم يا بني آدم ألا تعبدوا الشيطان إنه لكم عدو مبين وأن اعبدوني هذا صراط مستقيم ولقد أضل منكم جبلا كثيرا أفلم تكونوا تعقلون هذه جهنم التي كنتم توعدون اصلوها اليوم بما كنتم تكفرون اليوم نختم على أفواههم وتكلمنا أيديهم وتشهد أرجلهم بما كانوا يكسبون ولو نشاء لطمسنا على أعينهم فاستبقوا الصراط فعنا يبصرون ولو نشاء لمسخناهم على مكانتهم فما استطاعوا مضيا ولا يرجعون ومن نؤمره ننكس في الخلق أفلا يعقلون وما علمناه الشعر وما ينبغي له إن هو إلا ذكر وقرآن مبين لينذر من كان حيا ويحق القول على الكافرين أولم يروا أنا خلقنا لهم مما عملت أيدينا أنعاما فهم لها مالكون وذللناها لهم فمنها ركوبهم ومنها يأكلون ولهم فيها منافع ومشارب أفلا يشكرون واتخذوا من دون الله آلهة لعلهم ينصرون لا يستطيعون نصرهم وهم لهم جند محضرون فلا يحزنك قولهم إنا نعلم ما يسرون وما يعلنون أولم يرى الإنسان أنا خلقناه من نطفة فإذا هو خصيم مبين وضرب لنا مثلا ونسي خلقه قال من يحيي العظام وهي رميم قل يحييها الذي أنشأها أول مرة وهو بكل خلق عليم الذي جعل لكم من الشجر الأخضر نارا فإذا أنتم منه توقدون أوليس الذي خلق السماوات والأرض بقادر على أن يخلق مثلهم بلى وهو الخلاق العليم إنما أمره إذا أراد شيئا أن يقول له كن فيكون فسبحان الذي بيده ملكوت كل شيء وإليه ترجعون صدق الله العلي العظيم اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم إني أسألك برحمتك التي وسعت كل شيء وبقوتك التي قهرت بها كل شيء وخضع لها كل شيء وذل لها كل شيء وبجبروتك التي غلبت بها كل شيء وبعزتك التي لا يقوم لها شيء وبعظمتك التي ملأت كل شيء وبسلطانك الذي على كل شيء وبوجهك الباقي بعد فناء كل شيء وبأسمائك التي ملأت أركان كل شيء وبعلمك الذي أحاط بكل شيء وبنور وجهك الذي أضاءه كل شيء. يا نور يا قدوس يا أول الأولين ويا آخر الآخرين. اللهم اغفر لي الذنوب التي تحت كل عصم. اللهم اغفر لي الذنوب التي تنزل النقم. اللهم اغفر لي الذنوب التي تغير النعم. اللهم اغفر لي الذنوب التي تحبس الدعاء. اللهم اغفر لي الذنوب التي تقطع الرجاء. اللهم اغفر لي الذنوب التي تنزل البلاء. اللهم اغفر لي كل ذنب أذنبته وكل خطيئة أخطأتها. اللهم إني أتقرب إليك بذكرك وأستشفع بك إلى نفسك وأسألك بجودك أن تدنيني من قربك وأن توزعني شكرك وأن تلهمني ذكرك. اللهم إني أسألك سؤال خاضع متذلل خاشع أن تسامحني وترحمني وتجعلني باسمك راضيا قانعا وفي جميع الأحوال متواضعا. اللهم وأسألك سؤال من اشتدت فاقته وأنزل بك عند الشدائد حاجته وعدم فيما عندك رغبته. اللهم عظم سلطانك وعلى مكانك وخفي مكرك وظهر أمرك وغلب كحرك وجرت قدرتك ولا يمكن الفرار من حكومتك. اللهم لا أجد لذنوبي غافرة ولا لكبائه ساطرة ولا لشيء من عملي القبيح بالحسن مبدلا غيرك. لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك وبحمدك. ظلمت نفسي وتجرعت بجحني وسكنت إلى قديم ذكرك لي ومنك علي. اللهم مولاي كم من كبيه سترته وكم من فادح من البلاء قلته وكم من عثار وقيته وكم من مكروه دفعته وكم من ثناء جميل لست أحلى له نشرته. اللهم علم بلائي وأفرط بي سوء حالي وكسرت بي أعمالي وقعدت بي أغلالي وحبسني عن نفعي بعد أملي وخدعتني الدنيا بغرورها ونفسي بجنايتها ومطالي. يا سيدي فأسألك بعزتك ألا يحجب عنك دعائي سوء عملي وفعالي ولا تفضحني بخفي ما اطلعت عليه من سري ولا تعاجلني بالعقوبة على ما عملته في خلواتي من سوء فعلي وإساءتي ودوام تفريطي وجهالتي وكثرة شهواتي وغفلتي، وكن اللهم بعزتك لي في كل أحوال رؤوفا، وعلي في جميع الأمور عطوفا. إلهي وربي من لي غيرك، أسأله كشف ضري والنظر في أمري. إلهي ومولاي أجريت علي حكما اتبعت فيه هوى نفسي، ولم أحترس فيه من تزيين عدوي، فغرني بما أحوى وأسعده على ذلك القضاء، فتجاوزت بما جرى علي من ذلك بعد حدودك، وخالفت بعد أوامرك، فلك الحمد علي في جميع ذلك، ولا حجة لي فيما جرى علي فيه قضاءك، والزمني حكمك وبلاؤك. وقد أتيتك يا إلهي بعد تقصيري وإسرافي على نفسي، معتذرا ناضما منكسرا مستكينا مستغفرا منيبا مكرا مذعنا معترفا، لا أجد مفرا مما كان مني ولا مفزعا أتوجه إليه في أمري غير قبولك عذري وإدخالك إياي في سعة رحمتك. اللهم فاقبل عذري وارحم شدة ضري، وفكني من شدي وصاكي. يا رب ارحم ضعف بدني وركة جلدي ودقة عزمي، يا من بدا خلقي وذكري وتربيتي وبري وتغذيتي. هبني لابتداء كرمك وصالف برك بي يا إلهي وسيدي وربي. أتراك معذبي بنارك بعد توحيدك، وبعد من طوى عليه قلبي من معرفتك، ولهجابه لساني من ذكرك، واعتقده ضميري من حبك. وبعد صدق اقترافي ودعائي خاضعا لربوبيتك، هيهات أنت أكرم من أن تضيع من ربيت، أو تبعد من أدنيت، أو تشرد من آويت، أو تسلم إلى البلاء من كفيته ورحمت. وليت شعري يا سيدي وإلهي ومولاي أتسلط النار على وجوه خرت لعظمتك ساجدا، وعلى ألسن نطقت بتوحيدك صادقا وبشكرك مادحا، وعلى قلوب اعترفت بإلهيتك محققا، وعلى ضمائر حوت من العلم بك حتى صارت خاشعا، وعلى جوارح سعت إلى أوتان تعبدك طاعا، وأشارت باستغفارك مذعنا. ما هكذا ظنوا بك ولا أخبرنا بفضلك عنك يا كريم يا ربي، وأنت تعلم ضعفي عن قليل من بلاء الدنيا وعقوباتها، وما يجري فيها من المكاره على أهلها، على أن ذلك بلاء ومكروه قليل مكثو يسير بقاء قصير مدته، فكيف احتمالي لبلاء الآخرة وجليل وقوع المكاره فيها، وهو بلاء تطول مدته ويدوم مقامه ولا يخفف عن أهله، لأنه لا يكون إلا عن غضبك وانتقامك وسخطك، وهذا ما لا تقوم له السماوات والأرض. يا سيدي فكيف لي وأنا عبدك الضعيف الذليل الحقير المسكين المستكين. يا إلهي وربي وسيدي ومولاي، لأي الأمور إليك أشكو، ولما منها أزج وأبكي، لأليم العذاب وشدته، أم لطول البلاء ومدته، فلن سيرتني للعقوبات مع أعدائك، وجمعت بيني وبين أهل بلائك، وفرقت بيني وبين أحبائك وأوليائك. فحبني يا إلهي وسيدي ومولاي وربي، صبرت على عذابك، فكيف أصبر على فراقك؟ وحبني يا إلهي، صبرت على حر نارك، فكيف أصبر عن النظر إلى كرامتك؟ أم كيف أسكن في النار ورجائي عفوك؟ فبعزتك يا سيدي ومولاي أقسم صادقا، لئن تركتني ناطقا لأدجن إليك بين أهلها دجيج الآمنين، ولا أصرخن إليك صراخ المستصرخين، ولا أبكين عليك بكاء الفاقدين، ولأنادينك أين كنت يا ولي المؤمنين، يا غاية آمن العارفين، يا غياث المستغيثين، يا حبيب قلوب الصادقين، ويا إله العالمين. أفتراك سبحانك يا إلهي وبحمدك تسمع فيها صوت عبد مسلم سجن فيها بمخالفته، وضاق طعم عذابها بمعصيته، وحبس بين أطباقها بجرمه وجريرته، وهو يضج إليك الضجيج مؤمل لرحمتك، ويناديك بلسان أهل توحيدك، ويتوسل إليك بربوبيتك. يا مولاي، فكيف يبقى في العذاب وهو يرجو ما سلف من حلمك؟ أم كيف تعلمه النار وهو يعمل فضلك ورحمتك؟ أم كيف يخرقه لحبيبها وأنت تسمع صوته وترى مكانه؟ أم كيف يشتمل عليه زفيرها وأنت تعلم ضعفه؟ أم كيف يتكلكل بين أطباقها وأنت تعلم صدقا؟ أم كيف تزجره زبانيتها وهو يناديك يا رباه؟ أم كيف يرجو فضلك في عتقه منها فتتركه فيها؟ هيهات ما ذلك الذنوب بك، ولا معروف من فضلك، ولا مشبه لما عاملت به الموحدين من برك وإحسانك، فباليقين اقطعوا لولا ما حكمت به من تعذيب جاهديك، وقضيت به من إخلاد معانديك، لجعلت النار كلها بردا وسلاما، وما كانت لأحد فيها مكرا ولا مقاما، لكنك تقدست أسماؤك أقسمت أن تملأها من الكافرين من الجنة والناس أجمعين، وأن تخلد فيها المعاندين، وأنت جل ثناؤك قلت مبتدئا وتطولت بالإنعام متكرما. أفمن كان مؤمنا كمن كان فاسقا لا يستوون. إلهي وسيدي، فأسألك بالقدرة التي قدرتها وبالقضية التي حتمتها وحكمتها وغلبت من عليه أجريتها، أن تهب لي في هذه الليلة وفي هذه الساعة كل جرم أجرمته، وكل ذنب أذنبته، وكل قبيح أسررته، وكل جهل عملته كتمته أو أعلنته، أخفيته أو أظهرته، وكل شيء أمرت بإثباتها الكرام الكاتبين الذين وكلتهم بحفظ ما يكون مني، وجعلتهم شهودا علي مع جواره، وكنت أنت الرقيب علي من ورائهم والشاهد لما خفي عنهم، وبرحمتك أخفيت وبفضلك سترت، وأن توفر حظي من كل خير أنزلت، أو إحسان فضلت، أو بر نشرت، أو رزق بسطت، أو ذنب تغفر، أو خطأ تستر. يا ربي يا ربي يا رب، يا إلهي وسيدي ومولاي ومالك ركي، يا من بيده ناصيتي، يا عليما بضري ومسكنتي، يا خبيرا بفقري وفاقتي. يا ربي يا ربي يا رب، أسألك بحقك وقدسك وأعظم صفاتك وأسمائك أن تجعل أوقاتي في الليل والنهار بذكرك معمورا، وبخدمتك موصولا، وأعمالي عندك مقبولا، حتى تكون أعمالي وأورادي كلها وردا واحدا، وحالي في خدمتك سرمدا. يا سيدي يا من عليه معولي، يا من إليه شكوت أحوالي. يا ربي يا ربي يا رب، قوي على خدمتك جواره، واشدد على العزيمة جوانه، وحبل الجد في خشيتك، والدوام في الاتصال بخدمتك، حتى أسرع إليك في ميادين السابقين، وأسرع إليك في المبادرين، واشتاق إلى قربك في المشتاقين، وازنو منك ذنو المخلصين، وأخافك مخافة الموقنين، وأجتمع في جوارك مع المؤمنين. اللهم ومن أرادني بسوء فأرده، ومن قادني فكده، واجعلني من أحسن عبيدك نصيبا عندك، وأقربهم منزلة منك، وأخصهم زلفة لديك، فإنه لا ينال ذلك إلا بفضلك. وجد لي بجودك، واعطف علي بمجدك، واحفظني برحمتك، واجعل لساني بذكرك لحجا، وقلبي بحبك متيما، ومن علي بحسن إجابتك، وأكلني عثرتي، واغفر زلتي، فإنك قضيت على عبادك بعبادتك، وأمرتهم بدعائك، وضمنت لهم الإجابة. فإليك يا ربي نسبت وجهي، وإليك يا ربي مددت يدي، فبعزتك استجب لي دعائي، وبلغني منايا، ولا تقطع من فضلك رجائي، واكفني شر الجن والإنس من أعدائي. يا سريع الرضا، اغفر لمن لا يملك إلا الدعاء، فإنك فعال لما تشاء. يا من اسمه دواء، وذكره شفاء، وطاعته غنى، ارحم من رأس ماله الرجاء، وسلاحه البقاء. يا سابغ النعم، يا دافع النكام، يا نور المستوحشين في الظلم، يا عالما لا يعلم، صل على محمد وآل محمد، وافعل بما أنت أحله. وصلى الله على رسوله والأئمة الميامين من آله، وسلم تسليما كثيرا.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي الحمد لله رب العالمين ثم الصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا وحبيب إله العالمين أبي القاسم محمد اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين أما بعد فقد قال الله تعالى في كتابه المجيد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ويقولون لولا أنزل عليه آيات من ربه فقل إنما الغيب لله فانتظروا إني معكم من المنتظرين آمنا بالله صدق الله العلي العظيم اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. Respected elders, brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In the holy verse that we're beginning our discussion with, the 20th verse of Surah Al-Yunus, the 10th surah of the Holy Quran, this verse talks about a discussion between the disbelievers and the Holy Prophet, where the verse begins, وَيَقُولُونَ لَوْلَا أُنزِلَ عَلَيْهِ آيَاتٌ مِّن رَبِّهِ, where the disbelievers were saying to the Holy Prophet that why isn't it that then another sign, another proof of your prophethood and proof of the authority of Allah is revealed to you? That while Allah had revealed the Holy Quran to our Prophet, and the Quran was a definitive proof of the presence of Allah, those who disbelieved didn't find satisfaction in their hearts that it was sufficient that the Quran was present and it was enough. So he said, why doesn't Allah give us another divine proof? Why isn't there another absolute perfect proof like the Quran of the presence of a creator? Now in truth and reality, those who denied and doubted the reality of Allah's presence by looking at the Quran, for them to have another proof may not have meant very much anyway. But still they challenged the Holy Prophet by asking for a proof. And our Holy Prophet replies, he says, إِنَّمَا الْغَيْبُ لِلَّهِ فَانْتَظِرُوا إِنِّي مَعَكُمْ مِنَ الْمُنْتَظِرِينَ. That certainly the unseen belongs to Allah, therefore wait. إِنِّي مَعَكُمْ مِنَ الْمُنْتَظِرِينَ. And certainly I too am amongst those who are waiting. This reply from the Holy Prophet gave an explanation that the unseen is something that belongs to Allah, and that I am waiting, and so then wait. The point of saying so then wait, فَانْتَظِرُوا, tells us that Allah has designated another proof to come at some point in time that will be an absolute and perfect proof of the authority of our Holy Prophet and the religion of our Holy Prophet. فَانْتَظِرُوا, wait for it, it will come. That currently that miracle is still in the possession of the unseen and it has not come forward. إِنِّي مَعَكُمْ مِنَ الْمُنْتَظِرِينَ. And certainly I too am amongst you, amongst those who are waiting. That whatever this grand proof and this perfect proof is, our Holy Prophet says, I too am waiting for this proof to come and the complete establishment of my faith. We see from this verse that from one aspect, that the same way the Quran is an absolute and perfect example of the authority of Allah and the presence and the existence of Allah, which is why till today, there are those who when they read the Quran, they say, we cannot deny that this is the word of the Creator, the one true Creator. In that same way, there is another miracle that Allah has guaranteed and promised to our Holy Prophet, and that the same way that the rest of humanity is waiting for this miracle, so is our Holy Prophet waiting for this miracle. What we say is that the second miracle that remains in the unseen, the second miracle that is the perfect and complete proof like the Holy Quran, that is going to come and establish and fulfill what the Quran has begun, is the example of the Imam of our time, Sahib al-Asr wal-Zaman, Ajjalallahu ta'ala farajahu al-Sharif. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. We see that even in books, for example, like Kamaluddin by Sheikh al-Saduq, which is one of the authoritative books on all of the different resources we have about learning about the 12th Imam, in it, in pertaining to this verse, we see the statement of our Imam who says that certainly the ghaib, the unseen that Allah discusses, is none other than al-Hujjah upon whom the earth waits. That the same way that the Quran was a complete and absolute miracle of the authority of Allah and the validity and the truth of the message of Rasulullah, the same way Quran al-Natiq, when it appears in its time, will be our 12th Imam, and he will establish the religion and complete the establishment of the religion on this entire earth. And the same way that this earth has been filled with injustice and oppression, he would fill it with peace and with justice. When we take a look at this idea of that Allah is commanding, فَانْتَظِرُوا, then wait, إِنِّي مَعَكُمْ مِنَ الْمُنْتَظِرِينَ, and that I also am with you and I am waiting. The question comes, how long is this wait? When will this time come? When will this reappearance come? And especially in contemporary situations where we see these difficulties of our times and we see the issues, we begin to imagine that the time is nigh, that it's here. To that, we take a look and we see some of the proofs and the discussions that talk about the idea that is this something that is a fixed time, that only a certain appointed time and date, and at that point in time that this will happen? Or is this something that is a moving time and something that shifts from time to time? Amongst those who say that the reappearance of Sahib al-Zaman is something that's fixed, it's an affair that is established and will not be shifting, there are some points that, for example, we take a look and we see within the Quran. In the Quran we see وَلَقَدْ أَرْسَلْنَا مُوسَى بِآيَاتِنَا أَنْ أَخْرِجْ قَوْمَكَ مِنَ الظُّلُمَاتِ إِلَى النُّورِ وَذَكِّرْهُمْ بِأَيَّامِ اللَّهِ إِنَّ فِي ذَلِكَ لَآيَاتٍ لِقَوْمٍ صَبَّارٍ شَكُورٍ. That Allah says, and certainly we sent Musa with our communication, saying, bring forth your people from utter darkness into light and remind them of the days of Allah. Most surely there are signs in this for every patient, grateful one. When we see in Tafsir al-Qummi, we see that the narrations of our Imams explain that this Ayyamillah, the days of Allah, are 3. And these 3 days are affixed. One of them is the day of death, when death is designated for a person. Another is the day of resurrection and the day of judgment. And the final is the day of the reappearance of Al-Hujjah. So we see that Allah has affixed affairs, and when Allah dictates an affair, there's nothing that can be changed in it, nothing that can add or remove to it, and that this is one of the days that is affixed. And we see certain narrations that, for example, tell us that Imam al-Hujjah will appear on a Friday. And we know that the day of Friday is the day of intidhar and waiting, that inshallah the Imam will come, and may tomorrow inshallah be that day. We see other narrations from the Imams that tell us no, that the Imam will only appear in an odd year. Meaning that the instruction is that it's probably in a fixed date and a fixed time, at which point it will happen in an odd year. Others we see that, for example, it will happen on the day of Hajj or in the period of Hajj, when Hajj shall fall on a Friday. These all narrations give us some indication to say that maybe this affair is truly affixed and there is a particular time and a particular date that Allah has set, and therefore only on that day will this reappearance happen and nothing can change it or shift it. The other opinion from our ulama is to say that the affair of our 12th Imam and his reappearance is something that is constantly moving and shifting. That, for example, it's like death. Death is something that while Allah may have dedicated a time, there are actions and affairs that can make us hasten it and can delay it for us. We see, for example, the statement of our 7th Imam, Musa ibn Ja'far al-Kadhim alayhi salam, where the Imam explains, he says, death is an affair that for a man whose death may have been coming in 3 years, when he fixes his broken relations with his family, Allah extends his death from 3 years to 30 years away. And the Imam continues, another man whose death was intended to be 30 years away, by his severing of his family relations, qata'i raham, his death comes within 3 years. That death, while it may be a dedicated time, our actions have an impact to it that move it back and forth, based upon the actions that we perform and the behavior that we maintain. There's an interesting story in this light as well too. And this is aside from our topic at the moment, which talks about the concept of death. That in the old Arab culture, when you went to a majlis or to a gathering at a place, the first place that's usually taken, and it's true in our communities too, the first thing we do is we sit against the wall. and we take the prominent places against the wall, and then people come in and they fill in the rest of the room. What happens when this room is at capacity and it's full is that someone comes in, and if there's someone inside who recognizes this person, they shift and they make space for them and they let them into the room. And if the person who comes late is very honorable, the people on the wall shift and they make space and they make room for this person to come and sit. But if you happen to be a commoner, or you just happen to be someone who doesn't have a lot of community relations or friends, and you come into a full hall where the walls have been taken and the room in the front has been taken and the floor is full, it can happen that you look around for a seat and everybody just looks away and turns their eyes away. And you have to either force your way in, or two, you leave and you sit outside. In the old days, it happened that someone had a gathering, and in this gathering, they invited people to a hall. And the room against the walls had been filled because it was an honorable person, and the middle of the hall had been full. In this condition, an older gentleman entered in the door. And when he entered in the door, it didn't look like there was any space, and this person would have to walk around and then go and sit outside because no more space was left inside. But as soon as he walked in, one of the men sitting on the wall, he stood up and he greeted him. He said, "Ahlan, ahlan, Abu Ali, welcome, welcome, Abu Ali. Come, sit next to me. I'll make space for you. Oh, it's so good to see you. How is your son Ali? How is everything?" And he made space for this person and gave him a spot on the wall next to him. And this stranger found a place in the hall, and they listened to the entire event. They sat through the entire event, and they got up to leave. And this person, this well-intentioned person who made space for this stranger, said, "Salamu alaikum," and went to leave. The stranger grabbed his arm. And he said, "You don't know me. I'm not Abu Ali. I've never seen you before in my life. Why did you do what you did and you made space for me? Why did you do what you did and you made a space for me in this room?" The man said, "Listen, I saw you come in, and I knew that these people, and I knew their reaction, that they're not people who are always considerate, they're not very caring people, and that I was worried that when you would come in, it would be a source of disrespect for you, and it hurt my heart to see that you came in and no one made room for you." So he says, "I wanted to respect you as a stranger, as a believer who came to a majlis, who came to a gathering. I wanted to make sure that you had room. So therefore, I stood up and I wanted to say something that made it look like if I'm someone that these people will listen to, and I know you and I honor you, that people will give you space and give you room, and you'll have a position of respect in our community. So I'm sorry that I said what I said or however I did it, but I didn't want you to leave in a state of disrespect, and therefore I called you Abu Ali. I'm sorry about that." The stranger says, "Do you know who I am?" The man says, "No, I don't know you. I've never seen you before. And if I said anything, I'm sorry if it offended you." The stranger replied, he says, "I'm Malikul Maut. I came here actually to collect your soul today. But by the kindness of your actions, and by the way that you behaved with me and the way that you showed good akhlaq, I prayed to Allah to increase your life for 10 years. And Allah has accepted my prayer. So therefore, the kindness that you showed me today, for that, I prayed to Allah, and Allah has extended your life for 10 years. And for 10 years now, you won't see me again. So go and enjoy your life in goodness." And sure enough, this man, astounded as he was, he was afraid for a moment, and then he became elated that alhamdulillah, Allah had extended his life and that Malakul Maut prayed for him. And then he spent his next 10 years, and he spent his 10 years, and 10 years later, again, he saw the stranger as he was walking home. And he sees Malikul Maut, and Malikul Maut says, "Those 10 years that I promised you are full now. They've completed. Let's go." The man says, "Okay, let me enter my house and sit down." Malikul Maut says, "No, we have to go now." He says, "But I'm walking to the house. Just let me go sit down and then we can go together." Malikul Maut says, when Sulaiman's time for death came, he wasn't even allowed to sit. The same way now that Allah has dictated your time, there is no chance for you to go inside even. And Malikul Maut took his soul. The point of that story was that these actions of death, like death, things move and they shift, and that they have the ability to move and shift. So the same way Allah has dictated some affairs to have a time, but He has given man the ability to appeal to Allah, time can be shifted for them. In the same way, we see that we have the ability to shift the coming of the time of Imam Zaman. This is why in all of our supplications that we recite, whether we take a look at Dua Ahad that we should recite for 40 mornings, we end this dua with Al-Ajala, Al-Ajala, Ya Sahib al-Zaman. Al-Ajala is to come quickly. If Allah has given us the ability to ask the Imam to come quickly, then certainly the time of the coming of the Imam has the ability to shift as well too. The same way when we call to the Imam in any which way that we do, we hasten his reappearance by calling out to him and asking for Allah to send him to us quickly. We in our behavior is always impacting the date and the time at which our Imam will come. While it may be true that it will be a Friday, it will be an odd year, it will be all of these facets, but our actions will shift that time to quicker and sooner, and there is nothing that is mandated that must happen except that Allah, by His wisdom, can move it and dictate it to the point where it should be. So our goal is as we're waiting for the Imam, we need to be calling out to him, and we need to be asking for him to come so that we know that the Imam will come quickly. Some of the questions we have is, what will be the situation when the Imam comes? There are three explanations in which we take a look at that the circumstances will be both ideologically and spiritually what they need to be for us to have the Imam come to us. When we talk about ideological differences and we talk about what is the ideological condition that needs to be present for the Imam to come, we say that at the time of the coming of the Imam, every system of governance and economy will have failed. People will have tried everything that they can to create and establish both a government and an economic financial system that will be fair and just to all of humanity and will be a representation of what a government should be, and they will all have failed. That no governmental system will correctly be able to support its people, no financial system will be able to spread equity and wealth to everyone, and people will become frustrated and fed up by this. To such an extent, it's said that when the 12th Imam comes and establishes his government, that all of the people, there will be no one left who will be able to say that, yes, had we been given the chance to rule, this is what we would have been done, or this is what we would have selected to do, so that as to say that someone else was thinking like the Imam. Rather, every nation, every people who have tried their governance will come and say that we were incapable of accomplishing what has now been accomplished by the coming of this Imam. The other part that we take a look at, that the same way the ideology has to be exhausted, in the same light, the spirituality of people will have to either be perfected or ruined. What does that mean? We see the statement of our fourth Imam, Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salam, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad, where he explains, he says that certainly the followers of Al-Qa'im and the followers at the time of Al-Qa'im will be the best of any nation. They will have the establishment of the intellect and knowledge and reasoning in such a way that they will perfectly and absolutely know that the Imam is present, and they will be his true followers, and they will be people who love him and are attached to him, and the presence of the Imam, though he may be in ghaybat, but by the wasila of their intellect, they will behave in a way as if the Imam was visible to them. That the intellectual proofs and the process that needs to come to place is that there needs to exist mu'mineen in this world who will have the intellectual certainty of the presence of the Imam, the ability to invoke him perfectly, that they will be doing so as if the Imam was present, though he is not. And that these two conditions need to be met, and that when they are met, the Imam will show up and will reappear. One of the conditions that we have, or one of the questions that we have, is why did the government of the Imam need to wait so long? Why does it have to be the final state that all of this is done in? Why couldn't it have been the first state? That before man tried any other system or tried anything else, that Allah just simply established this government, and this was the government that was present from the beginning, and it was complete and perfect and absolute. To answer this question, we take a look and we see at the condition of humanity. When we look at the condition of humanity, we see that intellect is something that gradually develops over age. What we mean by that to say is to hand a child a book of physics at the age of 5 and 6 will not benefit that child at all. Even if that child could read that book and memorize it, its practicality, its functionality would be something that the child cannot establish. We would say that he needs to go through a level of maturity, he needs to go through a level of education before he can understand the concepts present in this knowledge. Same way, for example, we take a freshman in college and hand him a PhD level course or a master's level course and put a book in front of him. He may be able to read the book, but that doesn't mean the book means anything to him because he doesn't have all of the prerequisites of that knowledge to be able to understand what's come to him. The same way society and humanity as a total needed thousands of years and 123,999 Anbiya to introduce and establish the foundation of humanity to be able to accept the message of our holy Prophet Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. That until all the foundation was laid and the intellect was gradually built over a period of time, humanity was incapable of appreciating and benefiting from the message of Rasulullah. It took all of those generations, those thousands of years, to be able to appreciate the message of the Quran. Now, the same way that it took all of that time for humanity to be able to accept the message of the Quran, the same way now that the message of Quran has been received, it's taking humanity that time to be able to build and appreciate the message and the completion of the authority on Allah's earth of this message through the government of Imam Zaman. Allah leaves no one the case to be able to say that, oh, had we had the opportunity instead before the Imam came and established his government, we would have done just as well. No, Allah is exhausting the argument from the aspect of allowing man and humanity all of this time to learn and come to the conclusion that the best system of governance and all of the intellectual resources that need to be established have gone through the process, that now when the government of Imam comes, humanity is ready to accept the government of the Imam. Humanity has reached the intellectual capacity to appreciate the message of the Imam. The same way, had the people in the time of Ibrahim been given the message of Rasulullah, they would not have known what to do with it. They didn't have the capacity to appreciate it. The same way now Allah is showing that now that the message is complete, its complete enactment on this earth requires humanity to be prepared to submit itself to the authority of Imam Zaman. So now we take a look and we see that this period of waiting that we have for humanity to reach the level of being able to accept the message of Imam Zaman, this waiting period that we have where society is going through the development of being able to accept the message of Imam Zaman, is the phase that we're going through now. So the next question is what's the purpose of this phase, or how do we fulfill the message of this phase? How do we ensure that this time is used correctly, that this waiting period that we're going through is the productive time that we're going through? And we know that we have to make this time productive. We have to do something with this time because our holy Prophet Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam made the statement, أفضل الأعمال الأمة انتظار الفرج, that the best action that my ummah can perform is waiting for the relief or the faraj or the reappearance of Al-Qa'im. So this time has a purpose. There is a goal and an accomplishment that we have to have in this time for the Imam to be able to come to us. Now, at the completion of this time, it's said that there are two groups of people. One group of people will be those who will be firm in the faith and will know that the reappearance of the Imam is coming, know that it has to exist and it has to come because of the promise of Allah and the justice of Allah, that there has to be a time in this earth when it is exactly as Allah wanted and it comes to its ideal state. These will be those who will have yaqeen and certainty that is unshakable in their action and behavior that the Imam will come, and that they are waiting and that they are ready for the Imam to come. The other group of people will be those people who are the true disbelievers that have certainty in their minds and their hearts that this is all a lie and there's nothing coming and this is completely in our authority and we can do with this whatever we want, this earth, without worry about consequence. And that this is ours to control and this is ours. That's it. There's nothing else about it. To get to these two groups of people is a third group of people that exist now in our time. They are those people who are between complete disbelief and complete faith, which is where most of us fit. That we have yaqeen that it will happen, but we don't know when and how. We're unsure of when this will happen. Most of humanity fits into this category. That they're not abject disbelievers that Allah has a savior waiting that will come. They don't completely disbelieve. That they say, forget anything, that Allah will hold us to account. This is ours. We can do with it what we want. But at the same point in time, their yaqeen and certainty that this personality is coming, that this Imam is coming, that this savior of humanity is coming, that the religion and the authority of Allah will be perfectly established on this earth. Most people, they may give it lip service, they may believe in it to some extent, but they don't have the depth of belief and yaqeen in it. This group of people, that is us, our job is to shift ourselves from uncertainty to certainty, to yaqeen. And the way we do this is through amar bil ma'ruf and nahi anil munkar, by enjoining the good and forbidding the evil. When we take our hearts and we focus that all of our actions are on the basis that whatever is good, we will support it, and goodness will always be the fundamental that we go to, and evil and the animosity that exists, we will always be its enemy and we will always stand against it, we begin the process of going through the sifter of this phase of waiting. And we go through this process of separating ourselves from the rest of humanity, that though this period may be a period in which I don't have an absolute authority or I don't have an absolute direction, I know that I am someone who will always stand with the good and stand against the evil. I protect my heart and I give certainty to the fact that if I am one who stands with goodness, then there is one over me who teaches me this goodness and who guides me to this goodness. That is our responsibility when we come to intidhar, to continue to enforce enjoining the good and forbidding the evil. And as we continue down this path of performing this action, we will be amongst those who are in an active state of waiting for the Imam and waiting for his goodness to come and overcome all that is evil and wrong in this world. That we will be amongst those who will be ready to stand with him as those that are the supporters of good, regardless of the cost at which goodness comes. That's the phase we exist in now. That's the phase when we look at these difficulties in this earth, when we look at these challenges in this earth. Don't be silent against injustice. Don't be silent against evil. Because it may happen that you sift yourself or you direct yourself to be amongst those who lose their certainty of the coming of the Imam, who lose their certainty that Allah will send His authority. The way our Holy Prophet says, إِنَّمَا الْغَيْبُ لِلَّهِ فَانْتَظِرُوا إِنِّي مَعَكُمْ مِنَ الْمُنْتَظِرِينَ. If our Prophet is waiting, we too are waiting. And we will successfully accomplish this waiting by enjoining the good and forbidding the evil. We ask Allah by the right of this day, by the right of the Hadirin and Ghaibin, we raise our hands and 10 times call out, Ya Allah, 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 Ya Mahmud bihaqqi Muhammad, Ya A'la bihaqqi Ali, Ya Fatir al-Samawati bihaqqi Fatima, Ya Muhsinu bihaqqi al-Hasani, Ya Qadim al-Ahsan bihaqqi al-Husayn. O Allah, accept this small ibadat from us. O Allah, include us amongst the supporters of Sahib al-Zaman. O Allah, make us amongst the successful who are in the state of waiting in intidhar for the reappearance of our Imam. O Allah, keep our children and our families on the upright path of Islam and of Ali Muhammad. O Allah, remove the injustice and tyranny that exists in this earth. Ya Allah, protect the mu'mineen wherever they are in this earth. O Allah, those amongst our families and our community who are sick, Ya Allah, give shafa'ah to the mu'mineen wherever they may be. O Allah, there are those amongst our families and our communities who are stuck in difficulties, Ya Allah, by the mention of Ali Muhammad and by the mention of Sahib al-Zaman and by the mention of Friday night, that is tonight. O Allah, remove their difficulties, remove their problems, and give them peace and security in the earth wherever they may be. Ya Allah, entitle us to the shafa' of Abu Abdullah in dunya and in akhirah. We end our session by the recitation of Surah Fatiha and 3 times Surah Ikhlas for arwah al-kul mu'mineen wal-mu'minat and those who are sick. Thawab al-Fatiha ma'a salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
زيارة وارثة. السلام عليك يا وارث آدم شفة الله. السلام عليك يا وارث نوح النبي الله. السلام عليك يا وارث إبراهيم خليل الله. السلام عليك يا وارث موسى خليل الله. السلام عليك يا وارث عيسى روح الله. السلام عليك يا وارث محمد حبيب الله. السلام عليك يا وارث أمير المؤمنين عليه السلام ولي الله. السلام عليك يا ابن محمد المصطفى. السلام عليك يا ابن علي المرتضى. السلام عليك يا ابن فاطمة الزهراء. السلام عليك يا ابن خديجة الكبرى. السلام عليك يا طار الله وابن ثاري والوتر الموتور. أشهد أنك قد أقمت الصلاة وآتيت الزكاة وأمرت بالمعروف ونهيت عن المنكر وأطاع الله ورسوله حتى أتاك اليقين. فلعن الله أمة قتلتك ولعن الله أمة ظلمتك ولعن الله أمة سميت بذلك فرضيت به. يا مولاي يا أبا عبد الله، أشهد أنك كنت نور في الأصحاب الشامكات والأرحام المطهرات. لم تنجسك الجاهلية بأنجاس ولم تلبسك من محمد من مدلهمة ثيابها. وأشهد أنك من دوائم الدين وأركان المؤمنين. وأشهد أنك الإمام البر التقي الرضي الذكي الهادي المهدي. وأشهد أن الأئمة من ولدك خليمة التقوى وألام الهدى والأروة الوثقى والحجة على أهل الدنيا. وأشهد الله وملائكته وأنبياء وهو رسوله أني بكم مؤمن وبيابكم معقم بشرائع ديني وقواعدي من عملي وقلبي لقلبكم السلم وأمري لقلبكم متبع. صلوات الله عليكم وعلى أرواحكم وعلى أجدادكم وعلى أجسامكم وعلى شاهدكم وعلى غائبكم وعلى دائركم وعلى باطنكم. زيارة علي أكبر. السلام عليك يا ابن رسول الله. السلام عليك يا ابن نبي الله. السلام عليك يا ابن أمير المؤمنين. السلام عليك يا ابن حسين الشهيد. السلام عليك أيها الشهيد. السلام عليك المظلوم وابن المظلوم. لعن الله أمة قتلتك ولعن الله أمة ظلمتك ولعن الله أمة سمعت بذلك فرضيت به. زيارة شهداء كربلاء. السلام عليك يا أولياء الله وأحباء. السلام عليك يا أشفياء الله وأوداء. السلام عليك أنصار دين الله. السلام عليكم يا أنصار رسول الله. السلام عليكم يا أنصار أمير المؤمنين. السلام عليكم يا أنصار فاطمة سيدة النساء العالمين. السلام عليكم يا أنصار أبي محمد الحسن بن علي ولي زكي الناصر. السلام عليكم يا أنصار أبي عبد الله بأبي أنتم وأمي تبتم وطاودي أرض التي أنتم فيها دفنتم وفوزا فوازا أهيما فوزا عظيما فيا ليتني كنت معكم فأفوز معكم. سيرة فضل العباس. السلام عليك يا ابن الفضل العباس ابن أمير المؤمنين. السلام عليك يا ابن سيدنا الوسيل. السلام عليك يا ابن أول القوم إسلاما وأقدمهم إيمانا وأقومهم بدين الله وأحبتهم الله إسلام. أشهد أنك نصحت لله ولرسوله وحتى ولأخيك فنعم الأخ المواسي. فلعن الله أمة قتلتك ولعن الله أمة ظلمتك ولعن الله أمة استحلت منك المحارم وانتقت حرمة الإسلام. فنعم مصابر المجاهد المحارم الناصر والأخ عدو في أن أخيل مجوبي إلى طاعة ربي راغب فيما زاهد فيه غيره من الثواب الجزيل والثناء الجميل وأدخل الله بجاه أبيك في جنات النعيم. السلام عليك يا رسول الله. السلام عليك يا أمير المؤمنين. السلام عليك يا فاطمة الزهراء سيدة النساء العالمين. السلام عليك يا حسن المجتبى. السلام عليك يا أبا عبد الله الحسين وعلى التسعة المعصومين من زور الحسين علي بن الحسين زين العابدين ومحمد بن علي الباقر وجعفر بن محمد الصادق وموسى بن جعفر الكاظم وعلي بن موسى الرضا ومحمد بن علي الجواد وعلي بن محمد الهادي والحسن بن علي العسكري. السلام عليك يا حجة الله الحسين يا صاحب العصر والزمان سيد الأمان 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 من فترة الزمان. السلام عليك يا خليفة الرحمن. السلام عليك يا شاريك القرآن. السلام عليك يا إمامنا وإمام الإنس والجان. أجل الله تعالى فرجه وسهل الله مخرجه وظهور الأمر ورحمة الله وبركاته.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أمن يجيب المضطر إذا دعاه ويكشف السوء أمن يجيب المضطر إذا دعاه ويكشف السوء أمن يجيب المضطر إذا دعاه ويكشف السوء أَمَّن يُجِيبُ الْمُضْطَرَّ إِذَا دَعَاهُ وَيَكْشِفُ السُّوءَ